Hello everyone and welcome to Bloody Roar, a game released in 1997 for the PlayStation 1 and arcade system. It was also known in Europe and Japan as Bloody Roar Hyper Beast Duel, and in the arcade version in the United States was known as Beastorizer. This is a fighting game. It's kind of similar in a sense to Tekken, but it has some unique features. As you can see, you can transform into beasts. And the opening animation there kind of reminds me of like the early Tekken game where like it just looked really, really bad. Now, I've never actually played the original games. I did own the GameCube version, Primal Fury. I believe it came with the GameCube, and that's the one that I really remember that I had and I really enjoyed. But I wanted to go all the way back to the beginning, play them from the very beginning. Now, I would like to also show you the arcade version opening for this game here, so why don't I go ahead and show that to you, because the arcade opening is a little different. Winners don't do drugs. Remember that, kids?
Raizing.
There it is. Beastorizer. Okay, fantastic. So, what is really, really cool about this game, as I mentioned, you can turn into various beasts. Each character that you play as has a different beast. And much like what I have done for the Tekken games that I have done a playthrough of, the first three that I've done for the PlayStation 1, I'll be doing a different part for each character. So this is just the opening here. We're going to look at some of the storyline because this game actually does have a unique story. But before we get to that, if you notice, it's in widescreen as well. The widescreen hack in this game actually works, and it actually looks really, really well. It does not stretch anything. There's a few elements in the background on certain levels that may be stretched, like certain backgrounds off in the distance. But unlike the Tekken series, I remember I really wanted to play Tekken in widescreen, but the problem was that most of the game was just static image background, so it would basically stretch the entire background. And that was not that fun to look at. It really wasn't. So this one actually has a lot of 3D elements, so you're actually able to utilize the full widescreen. So honestly, that's very, very handy. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look in the manual for this game. Let's see what the storyline is for this game. So you can see, we can see our different characters here. There's a variety of different characters we're going to play as. There aren't too many in this game. There's only 8 characters, I believe, but anyway. So we have here, as the 20th century draws to a close, the world is filled with darkness and fear. 8 mysterious warriors appear, all displaying superhuman strength, astounding athletic abilities, and the power to morph into raging half-human beasts. Tigers, wolves, wild boars. Will mankind depend on the claws, fangs, and cunning of savage beasts to bring the world safely into the next millennium? Where are they?
Out of my way!
Out of my way. That is what I hear in the background as we're doing that. Something else I should notice here, I should mention rather. I am using a completed save, a 100% completed save, primarily because there's a few things that we will not have access to unless we play through the game with all the characters. We can unlock different costumes for each of the characters and everything. Because each of the characters actually has 3 costumes. And there's one character that actually has 6 costumes, I believe. So yes, we want to be able to show those off as I actually play here. But we have different modes. We're going to be playing through the arcade version with each of the characters. We also arcade mode, not arcade version, because this is the PlayStation 1 version that we're actually playing. We have versus mode if you want to play with your friends. We have some extra modes such as time attack, survival, and practice. As I have done before, I usually go into practice mode, show off the different costumes of each of the characters, show off some of their moves, I'll show off their beast form, things along those lines. We can also watch the CPU battle. We can choose different stages here. We have the Coliseum, the Seaside, Nuclear Plant, Ironworks, Ruins in SA, Sunset Bridge, Under Highway, Desert, Small Stage, and the Big Stage. Okay, and we have different characters here. We have Fox, which that looks like a woman. It's actually a man, surprisingly enough. Long, Bakuryu, Yugo, Gato, Greg, Mitsuko, and Alice. Those are different characters we'll be playing as. There's no records here for us. We can change our name. Let's change our name to I don't know what would be a good name for us. That's a good name for us. Because we are very excited to be playing. Yes, that we're ecstatic. But yeah, we can see the different modes. Beast Rave mode. So basically what this is what came later to be in future Bloody Roar games as the Hyper Beast mode. Basically what this is when you turn into your beast form, you can turn into an even more powerful... Well, it's not a different beast, but basically it transforms you a little bit even more, or makes you more powerful, makes you faster. Because when we're actually battling, which we will see when we actually get into a battle, that there is a beast meter. When that beast, depending on how far that beast meter is, we can turn into our beast at standard form, and every attack that we get dealt, every bit of damage that we get dealt, will lower that beast meter until it's empty, and then we transform back into a human. If we don't get hit, obviously we can stay in beast form. And we have different advantages of being in beast mode, such as we can normally only attack with a punch and a kick, which is usually just the X and square button on the PlayStation 1. To turn into a beast, you press the circle button. When you are a beast or in the beast rave mode, you can use circle button as an additional attack. So it adds an additional attack on, which makes things a bit better, more powerful, different moveset you can have. When you go into beast rave mode, go into your hyper beast mode, it will slowly drain your beast meter. But as I said, you are more powerful, you're faster. In both the beast forms, your health does regenerate a little bit. So, yeah, that's definitely what differentiates it from Tekken. Because Tekken, in itself, I feel as though the game's a bit harder. It's a bit harder to understand and grasp. It really is. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at some of our options here before we actually begin our first character. So we have our standard game options. Let me just set these to default, because I believe I have changed them a little bit. And I do want to change these options. So sidestep, I want to turn on. Character type, big head, kids, big arm. I believe some of these are cheats, so we're just going to keep it on normal. We're going to keep the difficulty on normal. We're going to do infinite time, match point computer, and human. We're just going to keep that as 2. Blood effect on. Wall destruction, we're going to turn that on. We can destroy the walls and ring out our opponent. Character select menu, CG or quick or arcade version. So, as we usually do, I'm going to be switching halfway. Switch it over to the arcade version, but we're going to play with the... I don't know what CG really stands for, I guess. I don't know. It's just the PlayStation 1 system. Character change, add continue. No, we're not going to do that. Controller config, there's different types we can choose here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to edit. Let's say punch, kick, beast, rave... I'm going to switch this to punch and kick. I'm going to switch this also to punch and kick. I'm going to do front and I'm going to do back. Okay, that looks good to me. Fantastic. Let's go and exit. We have sound options. Background music select. We're going to switch this over to Oh, okay. Console CG must be console something. I don't know, but we're going to start off with the console version music, and we can listen to the music here versus the arcade. I guess these are different tracks, but yeah. But yeah, we're gonna play on the console version. We will switch halfway to the different types here. Let's say sound effects type. You have game, select. Not sure what this does exactly, but we'll just keep it as system here. Let's see if I change that with this. Okay, this is just a sound test, basically. Okay, we have memory card. That's autosave is set to on. Let's go ahead and save it to save our settings that we have created for ourselves. Fantastic. Art gallery and bonus modes we'll be looking at the very end, because this is stuff that you would end up unlocking as you play through the game. So yeah, with that, the first character we will be playing as will be Yugo. So that will be when we actually officially start this. So I will see you then.